Howdy, folks. Spencer here with a breakdown on the 2025 Black Friday sales for Star Trek Online. As always, chapters to each section are listed down below. And to start things off, a reminder that a 20% Zen sale went live last week and will remain up until December 1st at noon Pacific for all platforms. That's 20% off the cost of Zen packs for those of you over on console, and via the Epic Game Store on PC for all but the $10 and $50 Zen packs. And for Epic, a reminder that the 20% Epic Rewards is also still live, making Epic the cheapest way to get Zen for most regions right now, but only for those of you that natively play the game through Epic or the lucky few with an Epic linked ARC account. If you are one of those lucky people, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could use my creator code CasualSAB at checkout for any purchases you make via the Epic Game Store. And for Steam and ARC, it's a 20% charge bonus. Now, for those of you in the European Union, Norway, Georgia, the country, not the state, and the UK, Zen purchases via ARC Games are now around 20% more expensive as of November 19th, which completely wipes out the value of this sale. So if you have the ability to buy your Zen via Steam or Epic, go through those instead, as the Zen should be significantly cheaper through those alternative platforms. Linking your account over to Epic is not currently possible, but I believe you can link an ARC account over to Steam by downloading and starting Stow via Steam. What I've been told is that there's an option to sign in via ARC when you do that, and doing that would then give your account a link over to Steam, where you can go in-game and buy Zen at a price comparable to what it was before. Now for Steam, the interface to buy Zen is in-game. When you're looking at the Zen store, you're going to see the Buy Zen button in the bottom right there. Just hit that, and that'll bring up an interface with Steam to go in and buy the Zen. But if enough people do that, it shows ARC that they either make ARC price competitive or they're going to lose money. Steam has the prices including the VAT tax, like ARC had before this recent change, and Steam takes something like a 30% cut of the sale, netting ARC and Embracer less money. So if that is something you want to do, go for it, but I fully understand those of you not wanting to give them any more money until they properly address the issue. And if I was in that position, being told to pay 20% more out of nowhere, I would be taking my money elsewhere. This is already an insanely expensive game, and an extra 20%? That's just ridiculous. And as I head into the other sales that have just started up, it seems that all of these will be ending next Monday, December 1st at noon Pacific. The remaining sales are exactly as expected, a 25% discount on the entire Zen store, along with a 50% Muds Bundle sale that brings back all of the Muds Bundles to the store. And a quick note here for those of you watching on November 24th, console will be getting these sales, but there is a slight delay according to Suna. And diving into the 25% Zen store sale, that is as good as it gets for the personnel, uniforms, slots and services, items, duty officers, and ships tabs of the store. For the bundle categories here, the starter packs, the expansion packs, and the ship bundles, 25% off is not the best sale that those can get. Those can get a 35% discount. And for the Muds market, 25% off on the non-bundle items in there, the standalone ships, the space items, and ground items. That's probably one of the worst purchasing decisions you could go for in this game. The Muds market is insanely expensive, and these items go on 75% discounts quite often, so do not buy anything in here at a 25% discount. Now, circling back to the packs and bundles, again, those are at just a 25% discount, and they can get a 35% discount, but we have no idea when the next bundle sale is. For the starter packs, the difference price-wise is $1 or $2, and for the expansion packs and ship bundles, in most cases, it's going to be around $10 to $15 that you would save waiting for that better sale. So if you're willing to pay that little bit extra to get something to play with right now, my best Zen bundles from April of 2024 is still quite relevant. There really hasn't been many changes since then, aside from the Heritage bundle that would impact that sort of list. The ship bundles that we've gotten in 2025 so far haven't had the same level of impact as bundles in prior years. And for the starter packs here, the Elite Services Starter Pack gives you 36 inventory and bank slots, 2 Bridge Officer slots, and 3 Skill Retrain tokens. You can buy that once per character. That does go $1 cheaper during the 35% sales, but if you're needing inventory space right now, just grab that. It's a $1 difference, so that I can very much recommend even at that lower discount. As for the other starter packs, those tend to have some older ships in them, some older tier 6 ships. I would much rather go in and spend an extra $7 to grab one of the standalone T6 ships that's a bit newer. My best Zen ships video from earlier this year goes over a bunch of really strong options. The only ship that I would include in that video if I was recording today that I didn't have in that initial video is the Kerala, because the trait and console from that are just really impactful for Beamer based builds. And aside from the ships, the other thing that I'd be focusing on with this sale is like your slots and services. Like, do you need more inventory or bank space? Do you need more ship slots, dry dock slots, stuff like that? If you're on PC and you're a brand new player and you don't have the energy credit cap increase, that is like $5 or what is it going to be, like $3.75 with the sale? You need that if you want to actually engage with the in-game economy, because without that credit cap increase, you're limited to 15 million credits, and getting that will increase your cap up to 2 billion. So that's a one-time purchase on your account. That is only a thing on PC. So if you don't have that, make sure to pick that up. And duty officer slots also, those are good to pick up if you need those. For the actual duty officer packs, those are not the promotional version. Neither are the R&D packs in the store, which are not on screen here. Here they are. So with those not being the promo variant, do not buy those. The master keys are available at 25% off also, but you don't have the 20 keyring bundle. So I wouldn't go too crazy with the keys. I'd stock up on the Zen and wait for a 25% key flash sale that brings that 20 keyring bundle back, so you're getting some ultimate tech upgrades from that. For your various upgrades, I've talked about some of these before, but you really don't want to buy most of these things from the store, especially the experimental ship upgrade tokens. Those are so much cheaper to get from the Phoenix events, which we don't have one active right now, but you're just saving up some Phoenix tokens for the next Phoenix event and then getting a bunch of those stockpiled. That is going to be so much more cost effective than what these are going for in the store. For the Elite Captain Training Token, I believe you can pick those up on the exchange off other players, and you can see that is more expensive than a 10 pack of keys. So what are those on the exchange right now? Elite Captain Training Token. So Elite Captain should pull it up. 110 million. So it would be cheaper for you to go in and pick up a 10 pack of keys and sell the 10 keys for 126 million, and then go in and pick that token up for 110. So that's a very common issue with a lot of these tokens here, is that it's more cost effective for you to pick up the keys, sell the keys for EC, and then buy those off other players. For the fleet ship modules, same thing. Those tend to be a little bit cheaper if you're just going in and grabbing them off of the exchange. And I don't think there's really anything else worth talking about from the items tab here. Pretty much everything here you're going to be better off just getting off the exchange. Yeah, nothing. The boost especially, I would not be buying any of those ever from the Zen store. The price on those is just ridiculous. The ground items, no. Space items, certainly not. Yeah. So pretty much would ignore the items tab. The DOF tab, just the DOF slots. Uniforms, personnel, that's mostly personal preference. The Gemidar Vanguard here, if you want that, you may as well get the, the Gamma starter pack. That will include that, and you'll also get a ship. So if you do want that, just grab that pack for $15. I don't have it here, but the nice thing about it is if you buy that, it does give you a discount on the bigger Gamma pack if you want that later. That's like the only pack in the Zen store that works like that. So if that's something of interest to you, that pack may be worth going for. And that wraps up the 25% Zen store sale. The other big sale here is the return of all MUDs bundles at a 50% discount. Now, back in August, I released an updated best MUDs bundle video, and that is still accurate for this sale. The most recent Muds bundle, the Master of Science, does have the very important crossfield refit in there for its meta starship trait, Universal Designs, but as good as that is, I feel the bundles I talked about in that video earlier this year have more value and relevance to the majority of players. Masters of Science is a good bundle, but it's one of those things where you're buying that after you already have most of the other important bundles purchased. And to wrap things up here, what are the best deals with this sale? So if you're an established player looking to pick up a Muds bundle, the 50% discount there combined with the 20% Zen Sale is pretty good. The Dread Through the Ages bundle, Into Darkness, Disco Inferno are the top three, as I covered and explained in my best Muds bundle video earlier this year. If you're someone that's just getting started out in the game, for the slots and services, you're going to have some really nice stuff in there. The energy credit cap increase, if you're on PC, is an absolute must have. For the bank and inventory slots, the Elite Services Starter Pack, you can buy that once per character, and you can move the box between characters too. So if you're just trying to stockpile a bunch of those on one character, that can be pretty handy. And if you have a character where the bank and inventory slots are full, when you open the box, it'll just give you those that you can move into your bank. So that's a really handy thing to purchase and stockpile from the store to cheaply get a bunch of inventory and bank space. The standalone ships are pretty good also. And again, my best Zen ships video from earlier this year covers the best options there. And that is pretty much it. The bigger bundles that I know some of you are interested in, aside from the Muds bundles, 25% off just isn't good enough for those. If you don't mind spending 10 to 15 bucks more, then sure, go for it with this sale. But I don't really think you need to rush, so I would just grab your Zen with this sale and pick those bundles up during a better 35% bundle sale sometime in the near future. But yeah, hopefully this helps folks out. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below or join either the CasualSAB Discord or the Stow Builds Discord, both of which are linked down below. We've got a lot of folks in there that can help you out with any questions you have, so don't be afraid to ask. And that is going to be it for today. So as always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.